call this meeting of Carroll County Fiscal Court to order. For the minutes, April 23rd, 2024. We'll start out with the pledge of allegiance.
We're gonna get a motion now to get you presented. So I'm gonna make a motion that Clay Cable preside over today's court meeting. I'll second it.
All in favor? Please pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bow your heads, please. Our dear Heavenly Father, Lord, again, we're just thankful on this beautiful morning that we've got the opportunity to come together, talk about our community, talk about the business, and then just ways to make it better, Lord. Just so pray that you keep Judge Exec Will, that again, that he'll get his strength back and he'll be back with us soon, Lord. Be with all those others that are in our community that are ill and dealing with challenges in their lives, Lord. Be with our men and women that are protecting our freedoms around the globe, and that here at home, Lord, our law enforcement, emergency management folks, and all those others that keep us safe on a daily basis. And again, guide and direct us, keep us safe. In these
approval of the minutes from last meeting.
I'll make the motion. Yes, I'll second.
Scott, all in favor? Budget transfers.
We just got this, but there isn't anything too complicated about it, so I'll make the motion to approve that.
Motion approved by Scott. Second by Ben. All in favor?
Yeah.
Invoice approval.
Make the motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Ben, second by Scott. All in
One
favor?
quick question on this, sorry, real quick for Debbie. So, so there was a lot of stuff on Fiscal soft, so I guess that's just our 1 year re-up and everything, so considerably that's our software that basically all our books and stuff, so, okay, thank you.
Second by Scott, all in favor? Mr. Brown.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
Great. Let me give you a quick rundown here on.
Yes.
Yeah, good, please, thank you.
Sure. I think we kind of knew what was coming, because we talked about it, at the end of last year. We entered the KCO health insurance pool. So we knew what the renewal, was gonna kind of look like come July. We had Anthem give us a 6% guarantee, no more than 6% increase changes that were gonna be coming. So those have happened. They did give us 5%, it's a little bit below the cap. So 5% increase, and then those rates will be guaranteed until next July. So no cash flow lock on those rates. The plan change that we talked about, you'll see this on page 5 on the HSA plan. Even though you all have an HRA, the plan itself was designed to be with an HSA, so they had to increase the deductible to $3,200. It was $3,000. So then if the county increases your HRA to $2,200, then that would keep the employee at the same level of coverage they have today. So that's reflected here.
You mentioned SA compatible.
It is.
Yes, so if anybody wanted to ever do an HSA, can they do that with a separate entity?
No, because the HRA is disqualified.
Okay, so
Because you're making it richer.
That disqualifies.
Correct.
And again, that's for the, I guess, the HRA plan.
Right.
So,
You essentially, the HRA makes it too good, essentially.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for that.
So any questions on that, the plans themselves or any of the changes?
No, that's pretty straightforward. Everything else is pretty much identical, right?
Yeah, the out-of-pocket was higher.
Outside of it, yeah.
Yeah, those two changes on the HSA, HRA plan, correct. But everything else is the same. That's correct. They did add a program on page 7 that is kind of nice where they will, when you run your Anthem card, it automatically will look for any discount programs like GoodRx or anything. You don't have to manually do that anymore. It'll automatically look for a whole list of discounts and apply whichever one is the lowest cost. So, or the Anthem discount, whichever one is the best. So that's new that it just took effect. The other flyers are the same programs that you've had for the first half of the year. The wellness program does reset at renewal, so anybody's earned rewards would need to claim those before July 1st, and then it'll restart July 1st.
Curious, how many people do we have that are participating in the wellness plan? One?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's good. So, yeah. Two, okay, so, three? Boy, we're getting up, so, several people. Okay.
And a lot of the rewards are generated through claims, so you get a physical or a cancer screening, they're gonna generate a reward, you know, whether you do anything or not, so you've got to just go claim it.
Yep, okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't have any
You
questions.
got more questions, Ben?
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Now, we don't need a motion or anything on this to approve this, right? We're just, accepting it.
We're just taking it around. That's all I'm- Ken McCarthy's sick, so he's not gonna be here today, so he's not.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you all. Yeah.
Thank you. Again, Ken McCarty's not gonna be here, so we'll move on to the sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Ryan Johnson.
I discussed with each of y'all individually about purchasing a new vehicle for the office. Out of this budget, I've got the money in my budget to be able to do that. I just didn't have a vehicle line, so, I just needed you all to either say yea or nay to purchasing a new vehicle.
Yeah, I will make a motion to proceed with that purchase.
The question I have, and is brought up, can it be bought and outfitted within the time of this budget?
That's what they had told me.
Okay, so we're gonna get it done before July 1.
Yes, that's what they told me.
No second.
All in favor? Mr. Finley,
Yes,
you're here for the road closure.
that's correct, that's correct. I'm requesting that the road shown in the red line in front of the property there, the old schoolhouse in English, be transferred over to the corporation there, which would close this access right by the railroad track, right here by 389. And why I'd like to have that done is because since the school now has a Christian school in it, and you can see the cars are parking there and the kids are walking through the parking lot up there, we have a lot of people that come in and make a circle. They just come in and drive around and turn around and go back out. They just, I don't know why. Maybe they're just lost or maybe they're just out for a drive. I don't know. They'll come in, they'll drive around through the parking lot, they'll come out over here and go on about their business. And I'd like to stop that for the safety issues that it causes.
This is part of the old Greens Bottom Road.
It is the very end of Old Greens Bottom Road, from 389 back to the junction there where it picks up again and goes down over the hill, ends at the creek, and then picks up on the other side.
I mean, the county, we haven't done any maintenance on that probably for forever. It's been more kind of your property by default a little bit anyway, so I don't see any reason why.
Yeah, and there's no property on each side of it other than.
No, I've bordered both sides of that little piece. I mean, it's contained within my boundaries. Yeah.
So, Nick, what is the legal process by which it has, I mean, is there surveys that need to be done? What actually takes place there?
I think there's some public notification issues that we have to go through and process, but I've talked to Dave about that, and he understands that the request of the property owner bears those expenses.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll get that process started if the court tells us to do that, so.
Yeah, I have zero problem with this proposal.
I think it's probably a good idea since we got kids going in and out there, and it is a school at this point again, so.
Agreed.
So, we have the motion first, of course, on Old Greens Bottom Road.
So I have a motion, or make a motion to turn that particular piece of property over to David Finley, owner of the Old English Schoolhouse, and,
Well, you're starting the process for that.
Yes.
starting the process, yeah.
And I'll say.
Second by Ben, all in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Budget amendment, second read. Second and final read.
So I'll make a motion to proceed with the second reading of the budget amendment.
You have it?
No, did not, all we have is this.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Okay. I was thinking of one that had all the legal keys.
You look wrong.
It's there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's in there.
Get a motion to do the performance, yeah, the secondary.
Just second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Be it ordained by the fiscal court of Carroll County, the county of Carroll, Commonwealth of Kentucky, budget for fiscal year 23-24 is amended to increase the receipts of the jail $44,018.78 to include unbudgeted receipts from the jail arraignment software and to increase the expenditures for communication equipment $44,018.78, amount suggesting the receipt expenditures of section 1 are for general governmental purposes.
Make a motion to approve.
Scott made a motion approved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
County Park pedestrian bridge repair. Scott and I went and looked at this last week. It is substantial, it's in the substantial need of repair, due to the water coming to there and erosion. Well, we got one bid on it, it was fairly high, so I think probably this time we probably need to, get a few more bids on this before we make any forward movement on it. Do you agree with that, Scott?
Absolutely, yeah. This is the pedestrian bridge that runs parallel to Highway 36, and I guess last August, I think, or so. Compared, I should have popped them up there, but I wasn't prepared. Apologies for that. But just the amount of water that comes through there, during the rain event is significant, and it's significantly eroded. And one of the piers, and that bridge is not that old, is already fully exposed, and we will lose that bridge if we don't do something here soon. Gino, I don't know, because I brought this to the judge's attention. What do you about repairs, anything at any point in time? Okay. Yeah, so I mean, that's might get you going back. Mowing season's coming up, and you've been doing culverts and everything, so that's kind of the way we chose to get a hold of Sean Keaton to take a look at it. But it is something we need to get done sooner rather than later, because obviously we're kind of in that season of, significant rainfall and stuff, so. And it is a blue line state, so we gotta do permitting, with, the state Department of Water and all of those type of things, so maybe we can talk about that, but yeah, we need to probably get another bid or two and find, kind of what's the cover price range. I would agree with that place.
In the meantime, Gene, if you get a chance, would you go out there and look at that and see, give us your opinion on it? Thank you. Surplus sale list.
So I guess we have to make the motion to read this, is that correct? Nick? Okay, so making a motion to, read this surplus sale list.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Second by Ben, making Scott, all in favor? Aye.
I have the surplus.
I have the surplus list.
That's up.
You have to read it, or? That's why we should have you right here, buddy.
I think Scott planned this.
Yeah.
Who has all the stuff?
Yeah, it's got my question, so bring me back.
So you all have already declared it surplus, or you need to declare it?
We need to declare
Declare
surplus.
it, so,
Yeah.
1997 Chevy half-ton pickup, 2003 GMC 7500 dump truck, 2009 Ford F-150 half-ton, HTC road widener, Simplicity ride-on mower, 42-inch deck, slide-out table for the pickup, Model 60 Bandit wood chipper, Ferris zero turn mower M32, New Holland's mow tractor TS100, flat bottom boat aluminum, Murray ride-on mower, 46-inch deck, Stay Right pool pump, 4-foot shop lights, 18 total, diving boards, 2 of those, Byers tailgate spreader, bumper mount, salt box, serial number 06415, small size, truck size toolboxes, 2 of those, 1998 Chevy Suburban, 2008 Ford F-150 half-ton, 8 outdoor lights from County Park, 3 outdoor grills from the County Park, Ferris zero turn mower M31, Ferris zero turn mower M30, couple shop lights, 250 watt, 24 total of those, John Deere front end loader, 555G, Series 4.
Okay, thank you.
Are you all gonna sell those? Public auction or silent?
Well, I think 24 out of the 25 items would be public auction like we've done in the past, right? But there was number 25 is this John Deere front end loader. We thought that probably has some value to it. I mean, if you just Google it, I mean, they're going for up to size 25,000. Don't know the shape, Gino, of it. I mean, it looks just from a distance, it looks like it's pretty good shape.
Good shape.
Yeah, so, we know if we do public auction, it's not gonna bring much, so I think we maybe talk to Matt about doing what the GovTech, whatever that's called, to try to get a little bit more money out of it.
Right, number 5.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how that happens.
Can you not set a minimum bid on it? If you do
We
something?
could potentially, I guess, with the public and see if somebody bites. Yeah, I mean, that's an option too. We just need to establish what that minimum would be.
We allowed to do that, Nick, to sell it.
It's all in any commercially reasonable manner, but it needs to be.
Thanks for that. One of the, PJ's not here this morning, but I know there was 3 full-size truck boxes at Sanders, and she needs to put stuff in it, but the lid, the supports are all gone. So it's kind of dangerous, right? She can't lift it, so it just wants to fall. So it's a safety issue. So I don't know, Gino, if those boxes are in any good, if they're decent shape, it'd be better than the one she's got.
Probably so.
Okay, so we might,
And trade them on. Motion to accept surplus list is read.
motion,
Motion by Scott.
I'll second.
All in favor? Department head report. The aquatics director said he needs to go first, because he got some people coming out there. Where's he at?
Right here.
Oh. Over here, Matt. Come to the podium.
I'm just gonna touch on the highlights here, cause I don't, some of this looks like it's a little bit older, like you may have already talked about last time. Let's see. All right, so Joe Dickerson's crews began opening construction duties to pool, county pool. Hawkins Plumbing's also performing opening duties.
So do you know if Joe's about done with the pool, painting and all
I
that?
know it's in process, I don't know
Okay, so
how long it
okay.
is, I'm just, like I said, I agree with what he wrote down here, but I don't know
Okay,
any specifics on it. I know they're out there and they've been out there. So he's requested a trailer for road department pool and construction debris. Jimmy said okay. He's prepping a list of opening duties for the county pool. He's prepping a supply list for county pool. He said he scheduled a supervisor's meeting, that was last night.
So do you have any comments, Matt, or thoughts on, operating the two pools simultaneously and exactly what that means?
Well, he's got some of that stuff on down the list here as far as,
Yeah, but it still kind of gets back, I'm not sure, so I guess we are gonna have both pools available, right?
as far as I know, but last time I talked to David, before his incident,
So is Tysock gonna be just available for the exercise classes and parties,
Well,
that type of thing?
Yeah, the same as it is now is what I was aware of, so that's what he's got on down the list here somewhere. I'm not figuring total hours out for staffing purposes, because,
Yeah,
well, it's been in the past, it's just been the county pool, is all we've had to have staffing for, for the pools, and now it's both of them open at the same time. Over there somewhere.
yeah, it's last page, item number 3, there, in 91 hours to operate both facilities. So I was just kind of questioning what operating both facilities, county pool, that's pretty obvious, but Tysock, is it just a couple hours in the morning and then birthday parties, or?
Well, that's why I asked to go first, it's 9:30 to 1, Monday through Friday in the mornings. It's 5 to 7, Monday through Thursday in the evenings, then we rent Friday night, from 5 to 9. Rent Saturday, 12 to 4 and 5 to 9, Sunday 12 to 4, 5 to 9.
So like the evening sessions, I mean, I've gone out there in the morning a couple times, but
Right.
like 5 to 7, do we have quite a few people coming out, or is it?
Not usually, I mean, it's between, I think most I've seen out there is like 10. But it usually around the same 3 to 5 people come. I've seen a few new ones the last few weeks, but it's not overly busy in them hours.
But we're still having people, it's never like you have nights or nobody shows up.
No, there's usually people there every night, but
Okay. So it's getting, so we can justify keeping it open, I guess, for, other than just parties. Well, yeah, but how is it getting, if it's getting used, we can justify it, if it's not, then I would
It's
propose.
getting people out there every night.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's not 20 or 30 people a night, but it's getting, I mean, there's people there every night now.
Okay.
So it's usually the same few use it every
Yeah.
night, but I mean, every once in a while, a couple new ones thrown in there.
Okay. So it's, and then the mornings, I guess, from 9:30 till 1, you said,
Yeah.
so similar.
There's a crowd in the morning there, it's usually, I mean, there's as many as 20 plus there in the mornings, but they like to come in there and do their water aerobics
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then usually there's some that plan, they bring their kids in, they kind of plan after that aerobics class, they're usually out there about 11:30, and there's several people bring their kids from 11:30 to 1. So it's pretty busy every morning.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanna make sure, and again, because it is gonna be somewhat of a constraint, appreciate you guys are working on it, to make sure that, so it sounds like it's all getting used and.
Yeah, now, as far as the rentals, it was like February, I don't think there was a spot that wasn't rented. And it's been pretty busy with the rentals.
I would appreciate all your work to do that, I mean, that's, yeah, it's been nothing but positive, so appreciate all your hard work out there. Okay. So another thing on here, I guess to highlight, needing an AED out there for KYSOC, so I
Yeah.
don't disagree with that, so tell me, do you got recommendations on AED? And do we have AEDs in all the buildings, I mean, or do we have?
Yeah, so per the judge's request, we did a project to assess all the county government buildings for the need. So we compiled a list and then that was submitted back to him. So the full area was considered in that list.
Okay, so we just haven't executed that plan.
Yeah, it's not been executed or decided whether or not the money is to be spent at this time.
We've got one at the county pool, which we've taken over to the council
Right.
for now. And when both of them open, that's what he's talking about, we would need a separate one for the council facility, just to stay there all the time.
So that might be something, I guess, we could look at in terms of what we have available for funds and how we're gonna do that. Do you have a rough idea, Tony, what, I mean, I don't know, what does an AED cost per unit, is it $500?
We were looking at units that were gonna be compatible with our monitors on the ambulances, because we can plug it right into our monitor, if needed. I'll have to go back and look and see what those numbers were. I can't recall how much each unit was. But if you wanna buy one special just for them, we can definitely make a recommendation.
That's it?
Unless you all have any questions on any of this other stuff.
Scott?
Well, the only other thing, I guess, and Chuck and I had a conversation out there a little bit, but just about fees, he changed at the county pool for a number of years, I think it's $3 a head, pretty much. I don't know, thoughts on maybe increasing that, or, changing that, parents not having to pay if they go with their kids, if they're just there to babysit, I don't know. And not something we have to necessarily decide, but it's, just.
$2 a head.
Well, I thought it said 3 on the wall, wouldn't it say?
It's been $2.
Okay. Now, I have to tell you, I was like over there by the water fountain when I was looking at that wall, and I swore it was so big. So I apologize. If it was 3, or if it was just 2, then that's even more. But you can't do anything for $2 anymore, so there's probably an opportunity to increase that. So we'd have to have that decision made. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, to me, it probably.
Yeah, just two, they probably need to go a little bit.
Yeah, and, I personally don't think parents should have to pay to take their kids in, but I don't know what you guys think. So maybe we'll take a look at that.
We can go with that.
So I guess opening day, weekend, or Memorial Day weekend, or how do you guys?
Yeah, we're set to be good on that.
Okay.
Hey Scott, on that
Yeah.
quote, those units each were $21.56 per unit. That's for a light pack CR2
Okay.
automatic external defibrillator.
Okay, so yeah, we'll take a look at the budget and stuff and get something over there.
There was, one other thing that I don't see on here, but people ask me all the time out there, the same ones. We've got I guess it's a yearly rate that somebody can sign up for, like a season pass type of deal at the county pool. And there's quite a few that take advantage of that. They want one for KYSOC. the ones that are out there all the time, they're paying every time they come in. And I told them I would ask if I had the chance, so here's my chance. I don't know what you all think on it.
If you got people that are regular customers, stuff, to me, it seems to make sense, but we just gotta put that structure together and I guess.
I could have him put a price down and present it to you all, and see what, cause that's a guy who did it with the county pool pass years ago, so.
So do they have some sort of a card or how do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you do it.
And then just, yeah, but, and we know who they are anyway, so it's not like it'd be hundreds of people, remember, I mean, you know who they are, if they pay for it and all that, but like I said, he come up with the price, present it to you all.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And if you know, how to do the system at county pool and just be able to replicate it. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any other questions.
Thank you.
All right, leave it go.
Hope Center, Nancy Hilton.
I need approval to purchase $5,864.69. It's on and the items are listed on the second page. The most expensive is the laser, and there's some of the accessories that goes with it. But I also selected some games and stuff that we could do outside. I want to get the plans outside more. And you all were talking about the swimming pool and the hours and stuff that people are coming. I have set it up with Chuck, that we're gonna be going to the pool on Thursdays, possibly every Thursday. This week, we're gonna start out to see how it goes, from 1 o'clock to 2:30.
Okay.
I wanted to throw that in there real quick. But as far as the expenditures on this and stuff, since we have started Hope Center, we've actually brought in $4,900 to go into the LG fund, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the only difference is like $964 and some change anyway. And I just need your all's approval. And we are actually also having a raised garden, and Scott's is gonna provide the dirt for us. After we talked to Benji, Scott's, which is Ron Johnson, and he's bringing out some dirt as soon as I get it set up. And on the third page, you'll see a list of some things that still need to be done up there. The secondary exit, I was under the impression actually that the inmates were gonna do it, and then something happened.
Well, they got transferred out and then we got new
Right.
ones in, so, that's still in the works to be done.
And then David and I had talked about a deep sink to be put in. It's kind of hard to fill up a mop bucket, so I have to use the shower. And I'm wanting it like next to my refrigerator, so we can hook up the refrigerator to the water as well.
Oh, for the ice maker.
Pardon me?
For the ice maker, that's so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want ice. And then, and actually also talked to Tony and them at the prison about shelves out to the back room, so we can try to get a little organizational stuff going on in there as well. So those are things that still need to be done as well. So
So,
if I can just have your approval for those items on our,
yeah, so this one's kind of interesting, because for apologies to you, I think we had a conversation the other day, remember you didn't even know you had a budget.
correct.
You didn't have any fun, so you've been incredibly frugal out there. You've been working hard. I know there's community's been outpouring of support and stuff, taking really good care of you. So, you essentially covered the cost of this engraver almost within $1,000. So I think you're just requesting the difference, which is a no-brainer. So yeah, go get it. I think the other stuff, I guess, in my opinion too, is all makes sense. I mean, it's gotta be done, some of the safety, and then the other things are pretty minor. So I have absolutely no qualms with.
And I don't
doing that.
know what they do as far as what baseball and softball games, as far as like trophies or medals or whatever.
Right.
But if there's a way we could engrave, once we get comfortable with the engraver.
JP's talked about doing
Yeah.
some of that, so, once you get set up and you get them trained to do it, then I'm sure we're gonna be
Because
utilizing it.
this particular engraver, you could supposedly engrave a tooth there. So that,
Wow.
I'm gonna try.
Selling great.
I'm gonna try that
Yeah.
to see how it works. But, you know, we wanna get back to the community as much as possible.
No, so I have no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a motion for $5,864.69 for the engraver.
Yeah. Now, for the budget perspective, I mean, what she's bringing in is coming in on the revenue side, so essentially we still have to approve this, and it'll just, yeah, so, yeah, I'd second that one.
Have a motion, Dan, a second, Scott, for approval of the budget.
Thank you, Jim.
Vote, sir.
Quick question, what are your summer hours gonna look like? I mean, what does your calendar look like? Are you
We
gonna
are
kind of-
still gonna be open for the Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I've already told the class we might take a week or two off here and there, for like a vacation.
Okay,
But typically, some of the games that we're gonna be doing outside, when I asked them if they like cornhole, oh my goodness, they love cornhole. And then, that's why that's on the list. And then, cause I wanna get them physical active. The walk to the lake is too much for some of them, the little hill back up. So unfortunately, on days that those are there, we can't really do that. But I wanna get them outside, get them moving and doing some stuff.
Sure.
And then I did have, a little fire pit, cause I can do that right there on the sidewalk. And, I've got firewood at home, so that's not a big deal. And, we can cook hot dogs and make s'mores and little things like that.
so more or less, you're gonna be, I mean, essentially year-round program, just taking a couple breaks here and there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause like at Christmas, we took 2 weeks off. We took the week off of Thanksgiving. Depending on when the 4th of July, I haven't even looked at that, we may take that week off. Just depends on when the holidays fall. But, they don't wanna stay home.
Yeah, I don't imagine.
They wanna be there.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you, Nancy. Appreciate the update and all you're doing out there.
Thank you.
It's look good.
You're doing a great job.
Yep, appreciate it.
So I have a motion and a second for the $5,800 budget. All in favor? Aye. Thank you, Nancy. We'll say before we go any further, with your reports, if you don't mind, please use the podium. It's easier for the cameraman to, get you on camera so you can be seen by it. We don't want anybody to miss out. Kirk County Dispatch.
Yes, sir.
Back there, you're great.
Good, how are y'all this morning?
Good.
I'm gonna go forward with highlights and call counts for the month. Back of reports, all the same, our calls for last month were up compared to February, but they were down compared to last March, which we had some storms and special events going on last year in March that inflated our call counts. Our call handling time for answering within NENA standard, 95% of 911 calls within 20 seconds, we met the standard. All calls were, our percentage was 97.6%, so we met the standard for the month. And then I've got the highlights of what we did last month. We're still in the hiring process, we're really close. She's got a conditional job offer, hopefully start shoot for May 10th. And then I've got a couple things that we've repaired this month on the front page there. Been having an internet issue with one of the repeater towers up on Bell's Ridge, which is how we kind of do electronic maintenance on all the towers. So I've been out there a couple times trying to get that rectified. We actually don't end up having to pay for the internet. The internet's given to us through an agreement with Carroll Utilities, because it's their so we're saving the county and the city some money there, and really, knock on wood, it's been really dependent. It's Broadlink is who we actually go through, who's there. When it goes down, it makes it really tough at 3 in the morning when they can't log in to make repairs, and you actually have to go to bed and drive to. So hopefully we won't have to do that anymore. But so we've been working on that. We've been working on some of our 911 transfer buttons between us and Kentucky State Police. We've had some issues there, but. And then new projects, new install projects. I don't know, those of you all that's been in dispatch, we finally got a contractor to cover the old dispatch cabinet, back when all the equipment used to be in that one little bitty small cabinet, before we've got all the computers we have now. We tore that cabinet out, made it a whole lot smaller. We had set aside some money to get that refinished, so we've got a company coming in that's gonna refinish that. Just make it look nicer, so when you walk in dispatch, you don't see all those cables in the middle of the room kinda hanging down. And then we're also, moving forward with our radio vendor, VEI, and installing the new radio. It's always been like an overflow position, It always been just a call handling position, but we've now, when the three go down, we don't have a backup. So, we put that in last year's budget, you all approved it in last year's budget, so we're just now spending that money to get that installed. Finally got the radio console grant, I'm sorry, the phone console grant put in, we're just waiting for an award, hopefully in July, with that project to start at the end of the year. And then, we have started the CJIS, it stands for, Criminal Justice Information Systems, our triannual audit. They come in every 3 years and do an audit of your physical security, your electronic security, how you enter, information into the national computer, when you pull that really sensitive information out of the computer and then give it to other agencies that's secure. They're coming in and doing their every 3-year audits. It starts next week and it will run till June 4th. It's always a very stressful time, but that is actually starting next week, so hopefully all goes well on that, so we're starting that, but unless y'all have any questions, that's what's going on in dispatch.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you.
PJ's not here. Animal shelter director, Christine Key.
Good morning.
Morning.
I don't really have anything, I gave you the reports, there's really not a lot going on.
Nothing to add to it?
No, that's pretty much everything's on there. We're waiting for Terry's and Nicole to call us back to check on our air conditioning unit.
Okay.
That's it.
And you said the septic system, I mean, it's been,
They
at least we
fixed it.
believe it's repaired, so we're gonna
Hopefully.
wait and watch and hope that's good.
Yeah, that was done yesterday.
Okay. So Teresa, I just wanna tell you, thank you for all you do. I know this is a tough job. Dealing with it, you pour your heart and soul into it, so I really appreciate what you do and, yeah, so, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Senior center.
The very first thing I gave you, was a letter from Kelly Bond from the Ag District. We were approved with some ARPA money, so on the second page is a list of things we asked for. So we're able to go ahead and purchase all of that, and they're gonna reimburse us. We have to have that purchased by June the 15th, I believe.
So this ARPA money is separate from the county ARPA money?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is separate.
excellent.
Yeah, so we just asked for some things that we kinda needed. I mean, we have a cornhole set, but they're kinda pretty beat up, so we kinda asked for some new things. Then the third page is the calendar for the month, and then the last page, Scott, you asked the other day how many people participate. That is, if you look, the blue is how many people we served that is actually registered with the senior center. That does not include the walk-ins. And then the green is the units, that is how much activity we've done. So if you look at that, you can tell Carrollton is actually, one of the senior centers that's leading as far as in the rural centers.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
absolutely.
And that's it, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francis.
Road department.